Ladies and gentlemen, how are you today? I am your planetary defense commander, and I'm going to be chilling out maybe for 10 minutes, maybe for an hour with you. Just sitting here, and yeah, I'm probably going to have a beer. All right, catch everybody who's hanging out with me up to speed. There was a 7.8 earthquake that hit Alaska. We're now still having tsunami watches. California's in the clear. I think Oregon and Washington are in the clear. Hawaii's in the clear. And the weird thing was, I was live chit-chatting with everybody. And then all of a sudden I was like, I gotta go. My Jedi sense clicked. And so I stopped going live. I jumped on the Twitter. Boom! The earthquake hit 3 minutes earlier. So, I would guess, when I talk about having things like empathy and reading energy, hey, thanks. I got you, babe. I need to find my glasses. But I was just coming back to hang out with you guys because I had been hanging out with you, and then I just abruptly stopped my live hangout because my Jedi sensed a disturbance in the Force. I wanted to say that was the second time that I've been wide awake staring at Twitter like almost to the minute that an earthquake hit and we were under tsunami watch past midnight in the USA. And so it's a weird deal, man. And a bunch of the buoys are going off, but at this moment I'm just refreshing Twitter, checking to see if anything major happens. Right now, Josh Morgerman, also known as Ice Cyclone, is talking about Snobby Chaser Dude Roundup. Gulf thing headed for Texas. And then he used the word pink. Hard to take seriously, given its sorry look. TD7 orange forecast. The Caribbean cruiser track automatically grabs my attention. And TD7 is what used to be Invest 99. And I put out one or two videos saying, hey, I don't really like the looks of TD7, Invest 99. It looks like a bitch. And I mean bitch is totally non-gendered. And he says the HWRF's talking dirty again. And so yeah, I mean, we are on red alert, peak hurricane season. And it's not even peak hurricane season. And Josh notes the mess over Africa in red could be the real deal next week. Yeah, I'm still up. You're still up. Like, especially for me, when you have a night like this, or it's an adrenaline rush. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's total, like, because it was shallow when the earthquake hit, and I saw that it was 10 kilometers deep. It was 8 miles, that's shallow. And so I didn't know how bad it could be. And as I've mentioned before, one of the things that really messed me up was the tsunami that hit Japan, Fukushima. I watched that shit live. That was scary. That was as scary as any horror film I've ever seen. And I put us on tsunami alert like 2 months ago. We're like, get ready for tsunami season. Yeah, no tsunami, thank God. But can you feel the energy shifting? This is why, like, I've got 4 days to chase down this comet. And I'm going to need a miracle. I'm going to need one of my 13 ordained crushes that I've discussed over the last 7 years to just show up and be like, all right, I don't have the coronavirus. You don't have it either. Let's go chase this thing down. So I would get like a 2 or 3 day vacation before it just gets nuts. Because I'm hoping atmospheric defense team has our back, but if things get weird, this hurricane season could be gnarly. This could be like a 2020 hurricane season. So thanks, Josh, for that roundup. But he's basically saying he's not impressed by the Texas thing. But there's no way I'm letting my guard down, or I'm telling fellow Texans to let their guard down until that is it Invest 91 passes, because I want to see what it does when it gets out of the Keys, when it gets past all the islandage. I want to see what it does, and it's going to have like 2 days across warm water to develop, and it's still 2020, man. And so I'm not going to be red alerting it, but some of the models say Invest 91L has a chance for a hurricane, and that would be in like 3 or 4 days. And then we were watching Tropical Depression 7, and models are iffy on that. Let me check. I mean, one showed it possibly getting to a Cat 3. How long it lasts, I do not know. Oh, but I do want to say, in the prior videos, I'm patting myself on the back. Like I'd said, that at the point where Earth kind of crosses Neowise and they cross the same, we are definitely on super high alert for a big earthquake in that window. So I nailed that one, dude. I mean, I know it's not very becoming, but I'm just saying. So right now, one model has 91L, which is the one in the Gulf headed towards Texas, as a Category 1 hurricane. Most of them have it as a tropical storm. Yeah, so right now I'm looking at Tropical Depression 07 model intensity guidance. Most model intensities have become a Category 1 hurricane, and one has become a Category 2. And it's the one behind Tropical Depression number 7 that has everybody's bells going off. I think the Icon's picking it up, the Euro's picking it up, the GFS is picking it up, you know? And so we may get boom, 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 boom. Like in a really, 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 really bad hurricane season, which many people have warned, we could have a really, really, really bad 2020 hurricane season. In that scenario, they start coming in like cannonballs, like one after the other after the other. And I don't know if you remember 2017, that was the worst year where it was like one after the other. And so everybody, and I don't know if I got to remind you, we're in a plague. We've been dealing with the plague for a while. And you know what's weird? Is that from all the media I've seen, no other country in the world is fighting about masks. Like, no other country in the world is standing in their tracks because 25% of the people are like, the mask is the mark of the beast. Like, that isn't happening anywhere else. No, 195 nations, ours is the only country, the richest, most educated country in the world, is still 5 months in arguing about whether or not people should wear a fucking mask. That is fucking crazy. I'm gonna get my second beer. I love you guys. Happy birthday, Selena. And happy birthday, Alexis. Although Alexis' birthday is not till the 31st. And as far as like head to toe, most beautiful, sexy women you'll ever see in your life, Alexis Knapp is definitely, I think I saw her twice. Oh my God, like, I remember the first time I saw her, I was at a concert, she happened to be there. I've never talked to her. Anyway, I got to watch her dance for like an hour because she was near me at the concert. And I thought, this is what 5D must be like. She was the first 5D girl I'd ever seen. What was it talking about? Yeah. Oh, and happy lion season. To all the Leos out there, Alexis is a Leo. Now I'm checking out the maps. Yeah, so this map here. You can see it just leads straight up to Texas. So here's our first one, 91L. And it goes straight up into Texas. And this weather, parts of the coast, it has parts of the Texas coast flooding. So yeah, it is crazy. It is legit. I am here with you, baby. You guys have treated me super well. Like, later, I might eat some delicious dried original jackfruit. Although these are gifts that were sent to me, by the way. Or some delicious dried cherries. Or some delicious dried strawberries. Or my favorite of all the bunch is the dried pineapple. I believe the maker is Mayun Harvest. And I think, and then, I've been eating on some dried peaches. And then I got blueberries. And then, I got freaking maple bars, salted maple pecans. And then I got freaking pomegranate juice. I got freaking pure orange juice. I got freaking pineapple, or is that mango? I don't even know. Pure pineapple, like. How do I take the turmeric? So I just want to say I love you guys. Yeah, bro. This is an after hours Thor chill. And I want to give a special shout out to Dutch. How it went down was I was live, and then I was like, I feel something in the force. And so I stopped my live stream, checked Twitter, and there was a 7.8 earthquake that hit Alaska with a tsunami warning. And so I went live a couple times. But a shout out to Dutch since, because then Dutch came on and gave an update. And if there's a guy out there who is the best on earth at earthquakes, just like I looked at Cranky Weather Guy for weather confirmation, I looked at Dutch for earthquakes confirmation. And he came on and did a report. And so I consider Dutch part of Asteroid Fight Club and the Astonishers. And he always does a great job. And I would guess that for those of us who, for a few of us, like me and Dutch, we've been under fire a lot in the truth community. Other people can have ranches and farms and make tons of money off the stock market, but him and I have had a lot of trouble for the shit we've done in the last 8 years. Anyway, so big shout out to Dutch. I've always liked him. I've always appreciated his work, and technically, Dutch Sense is one of the reasons I started a YouTube channel. But yeah, I was looking at the buoys. And I mean, the buoys are still popping. The buoys are bouncing. And you know, because this is us, no tsunami warning, advisory, watch, or threat. Well, there you go. Wait, I gotta pay attention to the Chinese consulate? Well, here's the thing. Okay, good. Right now it says no tsunami warning. The tsunami warning's been canceled for everybody. So that's great news. Nobody got hit. But, like, I gotta ask you guys a fucking question. Like, China and America and Russia and Turkey and Iran and Saudi Arabia and Israel and Pakistan, like, everybody just can't keep fucking fighting. You can't keep ratcheting up war. Eventually, you get to the big guns, the big bombs, the big weapons, and fucking billions of people die. And then it's been part of my job here with you to convince everybody on Earth to give up war. That if we want to solve all problems, we got to give up war. And often I hear Christians who have massively misinterpreted the scripture saying, well, if we give up war, then Satan wins, man. And then, so it's like 3,000 power groups, whether they be nations, corporations, defensive contractors, mafia, gangs, witches, clans, You've got like 3,000 groups across the globe who have considerable power. And that everybody can't keep fighting. You can't just keep ratcheting up the war while ratcheting up the stock markets. At some point, that shit just breaks in half. And shout out to Emma. I love you too, Emma. Just Jedi message, maybe that was wrong. And so that's why like, I don't even know, man. That the next 100 days are going to be totally wild. And so that's like the idea that like our president is going to fight a war versus the virus, versus China, versus 64% of the United States, versus like he's not fucking Superman. He's not the Green Lantern. He's not Jesus Christ. He's not like, he's one fucking guy. And if you need him to sell a single product, he's great at that. But he's been piss fucking poor at adapting to a pandemic. And so just poking everybody with sticks is not a great fucking idea. But hey, I'm cool either way. Even if ninjas kick in my door, the atom bomb drops right now and I die, I did my best. And so that's what I'm just like, I don't know. You can't keep ratcheting up war and profits. And that I've said things will probably not improve and that greed will rule us till the middle of September. So we got to make it through like 50 more days without killing each other. And the big thing I've talked about is that like the Republicans and Democrats are going to let 30 million people lose the $2,400 economic boost that they've been getting to deal with the pandemic. And if that happens in 10 days, Katie, bar the fucking door. Give you a moment. Okay, so no tsunami threat. That is good news. It's all clear. We got the all clear. We are getting more earthquakes though. Well, congratulations. We're all clear on tsunamis. I don't remember the last time we had a big earthquake, but I just want to say again while I'm tooting my own horn that I was like the first person on the planet to put up an actual video saying we just had a giant earthquake in Alaska. We could have a tsunami. So I do pretty decent as your planetary defense commander. Regardless, like Dutch Sins was saying, it doesn't matter if you're a fucking Democrat, it doesn't matter if you're a fucking Republican. If you get killed by a tsunami or you get killed by an earthquake, what does it matter? Although I guarantee you, like let's say a giant earthquake had happened and a tsunami killed 10 million people in California, Oregon, Canada, Washington, you would get both sides fucking blaming each other, and then you would get like the entire truth community blaming it on George Soros' fucking earthquake machine. And they would say, you know who's responsible? Chrissy Teigen. You know who's the Antichrist? Chrissy Teigen. I don't even know. Like, things are so insane right now. And I thank you for letting me get it all out. And these times of maximum weird pressure. And happy birthday, Selena Gomez. And please forgive me because, dude, I've kind of enjoyed being Planetary Defense Commander in 2020. Like, shit is horrible, but A, I think I do a great job. B, the planet is better off without me. And C, I'm doing everything I can, man. But I've tried to learn and teach about asteroids, comets, earthquakes, hurricanes, tsunamis, collapse of the dollar, gold, silver, Bitcoin, credit default swaps, geoengineering, technology, secret space program, astrology, astronomy. I've tried to teach everybody about everything that we might need in 2020. I tried to get everybody up to speed and up to date for now. And so, like, technically, I could make a video every hour because shit is so crazy. And we are going into hurricane season. Like, we're going into peak season. And I'm still thinking we don't have to worry about asteroids, but I'm not 100% sure. And I would like to not be alarmed about hurricanes, but there's no point in me being a good planetary defense commander and saying that everybody doesn't need to prepare for a really bad hurricane season. It is possible. And if we're looking at the oceans now, like, we got 3 we were watching. Once again, let me... I broke my laptop. This is Hurricane Man Josh, basically saying you got your pink heading towards Texas. He's not that worried about it. As a Texan, I say no Texan, let your guard down until this thing passes us, and no matter what's going to bring floods. And then we got the orange one, which is Invest 99, which I said I really don't like the feeling of it, and he's like, that one's got potential. And then everybody agrees the third one in the back is the big bad mamba jamba that we need to watch out for. And the worst case scenario, this thing could become like a Cat 1 hurricane, hit Texas. Worst case scenario, this could survive and hit somewhere as like Cat 2 hurricane. Worst case scenario, this could be like a Cat 4, Cat 5. And that cranky weather guy, like I said, if I try to steer you guys, like if God forbid something were to happen to me, that your Astroid Fight Club level commanders of earthquakes is Dutch Sense. Go to him. He won't steer you wrong on earthquakes. And cranky weather guy. He's amazing at weather. And so cranky weather guy has said we need to be watching the second week of August. So Cranky's already put out like 10 subtle warnings, because everybody else is usually subtle compared to me, about the middle of August, or when we get into August. So now that would be 20 days away, 3 weeks away. And so now we've already got a body to watch, Invest 91L, 4 days away. We've got another one to watch that's 11 days away, Tropical Depression 7, which will probably be Gonzalo, like Han Solo. So hopefully Han Solo won't hurt us, but it's Gonzalo. And then Hannah's probably the next one. I don't know if you guys watch that show Girls on HBO, but Hannah could definitely tear some shit up. And so if Hannah's in a mood, she's like a tempest in a teacup. And that only takes us over the next 40 days. And so Cranky's warned us about day 18 and 21, 25. And it looks like the next few days are going to be exciting. And at the same time, I got to deal with all the mini Ice Age salesmen who get really jealous and hackery during hurricane season. And I've been trying to work out a deal like, hey, Ben, hey, Diamond, you guys can have the winter. You guys are the kings of the winter. But when hurricane season gets here, please let me do my thing. But that's not how it usually goes. They're like, QAnon forever! Woo! Grandson, kneel before the grand solar minimum. Oh, there's a new sunspot too, by the way. Because it ain't going to be solar minimum forever, we are going into a solar maximum. And I do not have a lot of faith in guys who say they can predict what the sun is going to do for the next 30 fucking years. I mean, I literally called that earthquake down to when NEOWISE crosses Earth's motherfucking orbit. We better be on watch for a major earthquake. And I put the west coast of the United States on major watch throughout all of 2020 for major earthquakes due to all the gas giants and all the planets being on the same side. I'm going to calm down though. And it was cute because QAnon literally showed up in my live stream. And I showed it. Like, I don't know. Things are crazy. And I love you guys. And I don't wish any ill will, even to the motherfuckers who have been stealing from me, hacking me, perturbing me, trying to fuck with me. I just wish everybody would get cool and stop fighting. How about a little conflict de-escalation? How about some civilization stabilization? You know? And to one of my 13 crushes, a good luck kiss for this hurricane season would be great. And Astroid Fight Club, you guys have been utterly amazing. Oh crap. Fuck! Party foul like crazy! I spilled my beer. Dude. I just wasted like 75 cents a beer, man. This is a disco ball. I live. And my feet are about to get wet. Oh well. I'm gonna have beer feet. Man, this is the first time I've had live beer feet. That may not be true. Oh, so if I showed you guys this. But I guess I can end the, technically I can end the stream now because I was really just watching to see what the tsunami, I was to see if one was going to hit Canada. I love you, Canada. Or Alaska. I love you too, Alaska. So I guess I can kind of stand down. Josh put out another update. Likely track of TD7 and next system straight west across deep tropics through the Caribbean. Is most interesting track to me. I call them Caribbean cruisers. And he lost his category 5 virginity to 1. Hurricane Dean on the Yucatan back in 2007. When he was a clean shaven chaser pup. And so what he's trying to say is that, yeah, the Invest 99 Tropical Depression 7 and then Hannah behind it, they're going to come in low. They're going to come in like fast sliders. And so it looks like they're coming below the Caribbean, which usually makes them a major threat to Texas, Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi. You're going to have to curve back around to hit Florida. But it's 2020. Anything is possible. I mean, and I got beer feet. I should clean this up. Oh, great. And ladies, if you... Yeah, I'd be ready for anything. And like the fact that I got beer... I appreciate that. The fact that I got strawberries when I want to eat them, I appreciate that. I appreciate my new Mandalorian poster. I appreciate these kick-ass lights. I appreciate Astroid Fight Club. I appreciate... So it's easy to appreciate the things that are good. Yeah, there's a lot of crappy crap out there. But try not to let the bastards get you down. And if you can rise above it, you'll find yourself improving as a human being and as a person every single day. That's part of the point of Astroid Fight Club, is get better every day. I love you guys. Oh, super. And no matter what, I'm getting paper towels. The box has been wetted. I appreciate the beer feet. Once again, happy birthday to Selena. And it is Selena Gomez's birthday. That's exciting. You don't have to have a crush on her if you don't want to. And I appreciate all of weather Twitter, all the weather weenies, the nerds out there who stay cool. I appreciate all the smart people who love to understand all the intricacies of all the thingies. But Mars is going to be in Aries for 5 more months. So it's just going to be war. Everybody's fighting. And like I don't even argue with people in comments or on Twitter because, like, what's the point? You know, like, you're not going to be changing anybody's mind with arguments today on long-held beliefs. So there's really no point in arguing in 2020 about anything. You believe what you're going to believe, the other person believes what they're going to believe. And nobody's going to get a fucking vaccine for anything in this year of 2020. So I didn't want to hear about fucking vaccines. Plan to be without a vaccine for 2020. And that's just how it's going to be. But I appreciate y'all. Everybody stay cool. If you're just joining us, there's no tsunami for anybody, really. So, yeah, the planets are sucking everything into one side. I'm going to clean up my beer feet. Be right back. Crap! It's everywhere. What if I die? You can change minds someone said you can change minds by making people aware of their bias. But I'm saying the way everything's been set up, the only thing that's really changing it's the Chuck Woolery effect, right? Chuck Woolery was like, the virus is a hoax. The virus will go away on November 4th. Tony Fauci's evil. He's like, it's all a hoax. It's all lies. And then Chuck Woolery's son got the fucking coronavirus. He was like, I was wrong. It's real. And so I'm, as your PDC, I'm kind of entrenched in the only thing that's really going to change people's minds now is if someone they know gets the virus, gets really sick and dies from it. That will change minds. But like me trying to explain to people that whatever system Biden provides us or Trump provides us, it's not going to do, dude. We need a brand new system. Communism is totally falling apart. Capitalism is totally falling apart. Socialism is totally falling apart. Even during the pandemic, the greediest people on the planet have done everything they could to make as much money as possible. That like greed has absolutely driven every motivation of all higher ups of the last 5 months. They literally stuck their dick in the dirt on the virus on both sides just so they could figure out how to make a bunch of money and protect themselves. And then they got like Kanye and Elon Musk, your 2 billionaires, who are trying to convince people the virus is not even fucking real, while Kanye's out in a fucking giant ranch in the middle of Wyoming. So Kanye and Elon are telling people in Houston not to take the virus seriously. Kanye and Elon are telling people in New York and Los Angeles not to take the virus very seriously. I don't know, man. Like, so, yeah, but people listen to them. They're billionaires. For some reason, people seem inclined to trust billionaires. I'm back and I'm about to wipe up my floor. Whoa. I spilled my beer. I kicked it over. Anywho, I don't want to be angry. And like I said, I'm biased because I've had MAGA, QAnon, Grand Solar Minimum, Mini Ice Age motherfuckers fucking with me for 3 fucking years. So technically, when Twitter drained the swamp, I was happy. And I will say it again, that like what got Q banned was him, for the first time, he started telling people that the virus was a hoax. Nobody fucked with him until he claimed he was military intelligence and that the virus was a hoax. Which literally then was accusing the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marines, the National Guard, the Coast Guard of being in on the hoax. And yeah, it happened on Karma Day. And so I've been in a good mood since. So it's like Isaac Newton's law. Oh yeah, so when were those mass arrests coming either way? Like mass arrests should not depend upon QAnon being on Twitter. And he's been promising them for 3.8 years. All right, stay cool. God bless everyone. Thanks. No tsunami.